Hey guys, Kelly Walker Slaughter here, host of Warren First 931. I hope everybody is having a beautiful Monday morning, hopefully way better than I. I'm almost over my food poisoning I got on Saturday, I believe. But again, it is what it is. But everybody, please put me in your prayer list for today as I am trying to grin and bear it today. With that said, I know I'm going a little old school like back in the day with no lights and stuff, so doing everything on the laptop. But we have a jam-packed show for you going on today. We also have, I'm so excited to introduce some new things that we're going to be doing in October that I'm gearing up for as well. Two new segments that is going to be starting in October. But again, if you have a birthday request, anniversary shout out. Hold on a second. Where'd it go? Oh, did I delete it? Looks like I may have. If you have a prayer request, a birthday shout out, and or an anniversary, please comment and let me know. I will write them down for you. But we're going to take a quick break from a word from our sponsors as we are live at Tops Frozen Yogurt in Metro Deli. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Been serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you'll ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren County for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Your one-stop shop for all your building needs. From the showroom to the lumberyard, a builder's dream. Professional sales and a great location with your guaranteed satisfaction. Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Supreme Building Products.
Rise and shine, McMinnville. Treat yourself to delicious frozen and soft drinks in Sonic, perfect for those hot summer days. Whether it's lunch or dinner, let Sonic be your go-to stop to cool off and refuel during the summer rush. And don't miss our special drink offer available until 10 a.m. Start your day the right way. With so many flavors to choose from and the best sun drop in town, why go anywhere else? Drive into summer with Sonic in McMinnville.
Visit McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindala, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Ready for the fall at Randall Walker Farms? We have pumpkins and delicious apples. Corn stalks and straw, perfect for the seasonal celebrations.
And now it's the perfect time for planting. Come explore our selection and get your home ready.
Visit us today on Manchester Highway or call us 635-9535.
Randall Walker Farms, your destination for plants, pumpkins, apples, and more. That's Randall Walker Farms, 635-9535.
Welcome back, everybody, to Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. Yes, I am El Solo today. Everybody has had a whirlwind of a weekend. I know I did. Thank you for Miss Tina wishing me. I hope you had a great weekend. I truly did have a great weekend. Friday, we did... me and my husband and my nephew, my oldest nephew, we went and did the 3 Point Club golf tournament on Friday. I know they said there was either right at 24 teams or over 24 teams. Also, hold on one second. I also know that that was on Friday. I don't know what everybody else was doing. I don't think Brian was working. No, Brian was all about the Reagan Day dinner that evening. You can see all the details of the Reagan Day dinner in our newspaper as well, called The Local Voice. We also have had over the weekend on Saturday, I was at the Tree City Marching Band Festival. It's always a great time. That's my 5th year being out there. I love working with the Booster Club and, of course, our band director, Mr. Dwayne Farnham. Melody was out there as well taking photos while I was doing the music and emceeing. So it was a good old great time. And then, of course, on Sunday, I always get my little cup of Jesus on. And then resting the rest of the day, followed by being a mom first and foremost, because that's what I love about my job is I can be a mom if I need to be. Walker had baseball practice. So I had a fun, delightful weekend on top of what I said. If you're just now tuning in with us, I had a touch of food poisoning. It started Saturday night. I feel a lot better today. That's why I'm being able to do the show today. So again, thank you for everybody that prayed for me so far and continue to pray for me as I make it through the day. A couple of things I want to get out there. Don't forget, once again, to send out me your prayer list, because I already got it started writing some names and stuff down for people that messaged me privately. Also, too, if you have a birthday or an anniversary you want to get on the show, let me know while we're on. And also, too, if you got a motivational quote, I got mine. I was going to say at the end as well that I hope you guys like. I'd follow this, everybody's got these. And so my devotional Bible's on here. So, and there was a good one this morning that I really enjoyed, and I was going to share with you guys sometime on the show today. The other thing, while I got everybody on and listening, me and Melody are almost done putting together the October, November, December, and a couple of dates in January. We are coming up with a holiday calendar content material. Now, I was trying to put it on a calendar, a Google Calendar, but it wasn't looking the best because some days, as of right now, have like 4 or 5 events. And if you can't click on it, because I knew a lot of people said they had issues with a Google Calendar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on a PDF form. And if anybody is interested in that calendar, we're going to release that on October the 1st. Now, a couple of things about this calendar, or this PDF file of dates, which I'll just share with you kind of what it looks like for now. because again, keep in mind, it is not done yet. Share. So as you can see, or no, you won't be able to see it because of that. There you go. So as you can see, I just labeled it holiday event calendar. I'm just putting the event name, the time, and the location. So again, starting on October the 1st, as you can read, it says Magnus Library Storytime, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. at the Magnus Library. Everybody should know where the Magnus Library is, and if you don't, I'm trying to make it condensed down. Now you can see that these are being color coded. This is not set in stone yet, but I was trying to do a color coordination thing so people know if the event was downtown McMinnville, Morrison, DeKalb, what was the other one? Centertown. Yeah, see, I was doing this. Downtown's in yellow, McMinnville's in gray, Rock Island in blue, Centertown in red, Deavril in purple, Morrison in green, Viola in orange, and Irving College in pink. Because then if you wanted to know, like, well, where's that at without looking it up, or at least if you needed to look it up, you would know it's in the Morrison area, and it's going to say Morrison, Tennessee, or Viola, Tennessee. But yeah, so this is so far what I've had for the month of October. I'm not done. We are not done by any stretch of the means. But yeah, like see right here, October 11th, there's 4 events on October the 11th. Going to October the 4th, as of right now, there's 3 events going on this week. So again, we get so many dates crossing our paths here at Warren First. I'm like, we've got to come up with a better system. So if you want your event on this calendar, several ways you can do that. One, you can text me at 931-369-3050 with your flyer and or the information of event name, the location, and the time. And the date, of course. I need the date so I can put it on here. Or if you would like, if you can use Google Docs, some people can, some people can't because I think it's a Gmail thing. But if you are not computer tech savvy, or if you are computer tech savvy and you want to get your event on this PDF community form, this is going to be free. I'm going to give this away, give this out for free. I'm not going to charge anybody for this. If you want your event on there, you need to text me your email address at that same number, the 369-3050, with your email address and say, I would like to be attached to the Google Doc to share an event. And then you can always use this page to add any type of event in a PDF form. And I know, but again, like I said, I don't know if the color coordinating thing, but I was just doing that for me. I have ADHD and I respond better with colors. So if anybody else has a better idea, please let me know. But yeah, we have a ton of events going on for the month of October. As you can see, October the 1st, we talked about the Magnus Library Storytime. October the 2nd, at the Detention Center in Morrison, a Tupperware Bingo event is going to be going on. October the 3rd, the Saddle Sisters Ride and Camp at 7 p.m. And of course, I did put the address there, but it is a place here in McMinnville. October 4th, this Friday, is a big event with the Autumn Street Fair. We got the Pasture and Church Leader Appreciation Breakfast is going to be at 9 a.m. at 310 North Spring Street. And then, of course, there is a big thing happening on the mountain. Stop the Bleed, life-saving skills for civilians at 1 p.m. at Mountaintop Gun and Archery. And see, like right there, that is not where that's supposed to be. So I'm looking at it because I'm OCD. We are going to move this up here. Unless, wait, before I do that, I have to double check myself on this. I'll fix that later. But yeah, so again, if you have an event or anything like that, please let us know here at Warren First 931. We want to make sure to get all that information out. And then some, like this morning, I got a notification about the Horse and Around event with McMinnville Special Games, which is going to be happening also this Friday. So again, that's event number 4. So many things going on. And I want to make sure my big goal here is it's all local all the time. And the only way I can do that is by your help. I'm always needing help. I'm only one person. Melody and Brian can only do so much because they have their own other things that they got going on. But this is my baby, and I want to make sure that I do it right. We're going to take another quick break from our sponsors, and when we come back on, we're going to have a special guest on talking about some things happening in Warren County. But remember, keep it first.
Drive-through located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to Our Coffee Drive-Thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Craving the best barbecue in the South? Look no further than Prater's Barbecue in Morrison. Whether you're dining in or taking out, we've got something for everyone.
From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Prater's to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Prater's Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Ready for the fall at Randall Walker Farms? We have pumpkins and delicious apples, corn stalks and straw, perfect for the seasonal celebrations.
And now it's the perfect time for planting. Come explore our selection and get your home ready.
Visit us today on Manchester Highway or call us 635-9535.
Randall Walker Farms, your destination for plants, pumpkins, apples, and more. That's Randall Walker Farms, 635-9535.
Welcome back, Warren First 931ers. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. And as I told you, we do have a live in studio guest. Yay! We got Jenny Wilson with us. Not only is she a teacher at Covenant now, but she's like got her hands in so many things. But the big topic we're going to talk about is the Pregnancy Care Center here in Warren County is throwing a fundraiser in October.
Yes, we are. We have our fundraiser coming up October 23rd.
Yep.
This year we will be at the Farmers Market.
Okay.
We're going to kick it off at 5:30 p.m. and our theme is More Than Imagined, which is kind of what we use every year. And then we add something to that. So it's a harvest of hope. Okay. We are super excited about it. We're going to make sure that you guys have a great date night. It's going to have some great food. We're also going to tell you about the center and what we're doing and where we've been and where we're going, kind of what this year has brought and what the next year will bring. And we are really excited to have some great silent auction items for our baskets for silent auction items. We've been very choosy. We're not going to have a million little things. We're going to have some big packages that are very themed and targeted. So it's really exciting. We've even got some original art from the designer of some Disney characters, the guy who actually designed those characters for animation.
Cool.
He drew four pencil drawings just for me. So it's very cool, and I'm excited.
You got connections, Jenny.
I'm not from here. I've been at different places, and I have some. But anyway, we're really, really excited about it, and we just want to invite everybody to come out.
Yeah, and support. And as you guys can see, the flyer is up on the screen for everybody to share. The Harvest of Hope going on October the 23rd. Rain or shine.
Rain or shine, yes. Shine. Now, if there's mass storms coming through and it's just going to be horrible and super windy and rainy and awful, we do have a backup plan. So stay tuned, and we'll try to put that out everywhere that we possibly can.
But right now, the weather is saying it's going to be good. And I will tell everybody, too, while I'm thinking about it, you might want to bundle up. It is supposed to be a little cold. Okay. I heard that the other day. Ooh, there we go. Yep. And so, but again, if they want a ticket, Jenny, how can they get it?
Well, you can scan. There's a Venmo code on the back of these invitations. So I don't know if you've got the...
I don't have the invitation, but can I keep
have
this
that
in?
one?
And I'll scan it in.
Yes.
So as I'm holding up to the screen, guys, you can actually scan this Venmo code and get that some early access to these tickets.
Yes.
Is this the only way?
That is not the only way. The other way to get tickets would be just to call or come by the center. Our phone number is 474-HOPE or 2273. So you can call the center and come by during business hours and get a ticket, or connect with anybody involved with the center, and we'll find a way to get you a ticket.
And if you want to know where the center is now, it's moved. It's not near the First Baptist Church area no more. Y'all moved over close to, the best way I can explain it is the robotics.
Yes.
Or if y'all know where the local radio station is, it's the the free public one,
WCPI.
Thank you, WCPI. They are literally not at the front of the building. You got to drive to the side. And you can see it. They have signs up. You can't miss it.
Yes, we do. And it's right next to the ambulance station, too, if you know where that is. So just behind the hospital.
Yep. Easy peasy. And how much are the tickets?
Tickets are $50 per person. Okay. And we're so excited about the menu. We've got kind of a fall harvest theme to the menu.
I love that.
And we're doing small plates. So it's going to be a huge spread of all different, sampling of small plates with a fall theme.
So what kind of people have you want to do some shout outs to people that have made this possible?
Absolutely.
If you go ahead.
Yes, we absolutely would. We would love to thank our sponsors. We've got First National Bank. We have McKay's Wealth Advisory.
Yep.
Those are our gold sponsors. Then we have Netherton Dentistry, Family Dentistry, silver sponsor. And we've got Citizens Tri-County Bank, Homeland Community Bank, Security Federal Savings Bank. There's one more. What's the one more? I should have brought my list.
Is it on here? I bet it's on y'all's page.
It may not be it.
Was it? Well, you said Citizens Tri-County.
Citizens Tri-County, Connor Vision.
Netherton. McKay, First National. We're going to get
done some of them.
No, that's it.
I haven't done them all. Okay, so it's Connor Vision. They are sponsoring for us, and there is one or two more that will be on our Facebook page that I can't remember at this moment.
It's not on the Facebook. I tried.
I know. But I also would love to thank Randall Walker Farms. Randall Walker Farms. They're providing our harvest decor, so we're excited about that.
It's going to be fabulous.
And Supreme Building Products has actually donated wood to build one of our auction items. It's going to be a freestanding porch bench glider. Okay. So porch swing.
That'd be nice.
It looks great. I've seen it in process, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, because I know Joyce does. Is Joyce the one putting that together with him? Okay, yeah. If y'all know, Joyce Cooper does amazing. Like, again, she's one person, like we all are, you know. And then when she showed me her swing that she made at home, and I'm like, "You made this?"
Yep.
She goes, "Oh yeah, I did." And then she was telling me that she's making another thing for this.
Yep.
And I was like, Joyce, I just think that's amazing. Like when I hear women doing, and again. this is just in my generation. You don't normally hear men making the wood stuff, and when you hear women doing it, it's just it's phenomenal.
It is,
Yeah.
and from what I understand, the one she's making is the same as the one that she made for herself.
Okay, so y'all like it.
I'm
It's
excited.
a nice,
Yeah.
it's nice, and it's good quality work. She's not going to give you nothing crappy.
No.
So that should like go up in prices. Anything else before I let you go?
I don't think so.
If they want to, of course, if they want to follow anything going
Yes.
on, you got Facebook. Do you have
Yes.
any other thing other than Facebook?
We have our Facebook. We have our website at
Okay.
pccmcminnville.com. And so we try to put things out, both places when there's stuff going on. We're definitely gearing up for this at this point. It's all about the fundraiser.
Yeah.
But we're just super excited and
I love it. Is there anything after this? Because I know in the summertime you do the bottles.
We do. We are still trying to decide what we're going to do. Last year we did a baby shower for baby Jesus.
Okay.
So churches brought things like it was a baby shower.
Yeah,
and
like a community baby shower. Okay.
Exactly. And so I'm not sure if we're going to do that exactly or something different around Christmas. But I would say just stay tuned. Yeah.
And then I know you guys take donations.
We do.
And I want to say it could be either brand new or super, super gently used.
Yes, absolutely. As long as it's clean, as long as it, is in like new condition, we take donations. We love to take all the things that anyone doesn't need anymore because we get use of it. And, our store stays stocked because of amazing people who bring stuff all the time.
Yeah. And how many how many women do you guys on an average do you think you help?
Usually we keep somewhere around 30 to 35 clients at any given time.
Okay.
So it's amazing to see that growth. When I started with the center 2.5 years ago, we had 12 clients.
Yeah.
So it's just really, really expanded. And I think part of that is just the word's gotten out about what we do and how we help people. And we have people all the time, a lot of the people that come into us, it's just word of mouth.
It is.
Someone's been at the center and they tell a friend who finds themselves in an overwhelming situation. And so it's just been a huge blessing. We've also really tried to partner with churches, the local churches through the Baby Bottle Drive and try to get the word out that way. Because so many times if somebody needs help, they'll go to a church. And if the church knows that we're there, the church can send them on over to us.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Because remember, guys, a lot of these programs that are the nonprofits here in Warren County, it's not a handout, it's a hand up.
Exactly.
And it's all about at the end of the day, it's all about the ministry. Whether, and I include the fair in this. The fair is another nonprofit, that is, that's why it remains free on things, so we have to continuously give back to these programs and pray for these programs. Because, you want to make an impact on that person's life that may not get to see this every time or have a new item or whatnot.
Absolutely.
And, we just watched over the weekend, I went to the Operation Christmas Child thing and, seeing the kids. And I mean, if you don't cry when you watch these videos of these children that are thankful for pencils, pens, papers, and they're bypassing the toys. They don't even care about the toys. This kid had a story about some water bottle that he got, and he was like, oh my gosh, I finally can take water to school.
Oh.
And you think about stuff like that. Like, I feel like, again, and I'm just as guilty of it. Jeannie, you might too. We take advantage of things. We don't think how important these items are, but they really are. They may not be to us, but they are to somebody. And so you just think about somebody that might need a baby bottle or might need baby formula or, again, I know this from when we've had children. If you have a baby shower and your baby it's already been 2-3 months through and you're cleaning out he or she's closet and you have tags left on some brand new clothes, I always have said, like when I had my kids, go take it to the pregnancy care center.
Yes.
Go take it to Families in Crisis. Go take it here, because you get overwhelmed with all these clothes that it's not that you didn't need them. It's just people got them for you and you didn't use them.
Yeah.
So instead of like trying to sell them back, give them to somebody that might need them.
And I will say something you said just triggered in my head. I just want to make sure that everybody does know that we are definitely a leg up program.
Yeah.
We don't give our stuff out for just free. It's not a handout. We actually require our clients to participate in education in our program in order to earn their assistance. So they, we want to impact their lives in so many ways. We want to impact their lives, emotionally, by being emotional support, educationally, by helping them learn how to be a parent, because so many times they have no clue how to be, to care for a baby.
Oh, 100%.
And one of our goals for the future is to try to impact parenting, through the toddler years. So we actually are in the process of adding the suite that's adjacent to us.
Yeah.
So it's a big open room that we can use for community classes, to open that up to the community and do parenting classes and help people who are just struggling to know how to tackle this, because we all know toddlers are really difficult sometimes.
Yeah, I got one myself.
So if we can do something to,
and there's nothing wrong with somebody like me, for example, that needs to get re-educated if something this opens up, and I'm like, I wonder what some new stuff that's going on.
Absolutely.
Because I did go to the even with the teenagers. I can't remember if it was Freedom Life Church. Oh my gosh, I think it was Freedom Life Church hosted a family event where they talked about all the new electronics and hidden ways to hide vapes or, account hidings. It was very, blew my mind.
Yes.
And so again, there's nothing wrong with going to get re-educated about your children.
Absolutely.
You have to stay on top of them as much as they stay on top of you. And that's the truth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all know there's no handbook that's given out when you're a parent and you have no idea how to, make it all happen. So
I wish there was.
I wish there was too. Well, there is. There's the Bible. I mean,
there's the Bible. Yes.
But that doesn't give you exact practical day to day.
No.
Things
how would you handle this
society.
situation? Again, if I had the Bible, I wouldn't be like, if I could get the Sanderson's book, her little spell book, be like, okay, Walker's doing da 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 da. What do I need to do?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Easy.
Maybe that's something for the future.
Fingers crossed. I mean, maybe Chat GPT.
Right?
Yeah.
But you know what? I think that would tell you wrong sometimes. Because it wouldn't
100%.
be a biblical.
And if anybody hasn't seen, I shared the video, but I'm going to ask Chat GPT live on things so y'all don't think I'm crazy. I did share a guy, and then I'll let Jenny go, and because I could talk all day about God with Jenny. This guy asked this a very popular speaker, and I can't think of his name right now, asked ChatGPT, if I wanted to become the devil, what do I need to do? How would I make that work? And oh my, you know what? Have you seen that?
I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that.
I'm going to just go to
scary.
It is so scary, especially with everything going on right now.
Exactly.
And I was just like, you are kidding me. This is not real.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And I mean, that's part of what, we just want to be a light. We want to try to be the hands and feet of Jesus to people. We can influence in so many ways, but the best way for us to influence people is to show them love.
That's right.
And grace and acceptance, and let them know that there's a place that they can come, that, they're going to get some help, and not just one way,
right.
Not just with, diapers or baby formula, but just real support to show them that we care about them. So some people just need that and don't have that in their lives.
No, that's I was trying to find it. I don't know where I did it, but I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about. It just describes society today, and you just your eyes just keep getting bigger and bigger when you hear.
I'm like, what?
I know.
He's like, there's something about what I would do is I would distract you with this, this, and this going on, devastation, heartache, trials, and tribulations, and distract you to the point so you cannot hear God's love.
That's
And
right.
I was just like, that is explaining what's going on today. So it was, if I find it before the show's over, which sometimes I do, I'm going to post that again.
I will look for it.
Yeah. I think I put it on Instagram. Maybe I do. I got 10 social medias.
Right.
I can't figure out which one.
You sound like me.
Yeah. I mean, I try my best to stay connected to everybody.
Don't we all? That's all we can do, right?
Yes. But we're going to take another break from our sponsors. And thank you, Jenny, for coming in this morning. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
In 1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powdered sugars or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Planning an auction? Count on the Get It Done Auction Company. The Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company. In business since 1991, they specialize in residential and commercial real estate with emphasis on farms and land. They can help you with estate settlements, business liquidations, and farm dispersals, including land, livestock, and equipment. Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company, representing more and more families in estate auctions each and every day. Call 473-7774 or visit DonaldHillisRealty.com. Firm 2273.
Reddick Brown Ford, we're all about serving our Ford and Lincoln family. Enjoy our unbeatable oil change specials. Just $34.95 up to 6 quarts for synthetic blends and $119.95 up to 13 quarts for diesels. No appointment necessary. Plus, we offer convenient pickup and delivery services for everything from oil change to rapid repairs. Need battery replacements or wipers? We've got you covered with our mobile service.
Jonathan Beavers. I'm the new sales manager here at Reddick Brown Ford on Highway 55. I'm born and raised here my whole life. I'm very supportive and dedicated with over 10 years of automotive experience. Check out our expanding pre-owned inventory on our website or come drive by, and we'd also be happy to appraise your vehicle.
To check out our new service department. We have 2 new advisors, 1 new parts counter staff, and some fresh faces on our pickup and delivery team. We're excited to offer you even better service with our expanded team. Join the Reddick Brown Ford family today. Call or text us at 931-668-2177. Experience transparency and carefree service like never before. Your satisfaction is our priority. We want to be your #1 local go-to dealership.
Ready for the fall at Randall Walker Farms? We have pumpkins and delicious apples, corn stalks and straw, perfect for the seasonal celebrations.
And now it's the perfect time for planning. Come explore our selection and get your home ready.
Visit us today on Manchester Highway or call us 635-9535.
Randall Walker Farms, your destination for plants, pumpkins, apples, and more. That's Randall Walker Farms, 635-9535.
Welcome back to Warren First 931 as we are getting geared up for to have Melody Krim on the phone with us here in just a bit. But I did find that video that I was talking to you about with Jenny Wilson with the Pregnancy Care Center. But we want to do a shout out to our TNZ Rental and Removal. The services include junk removal, trailer rentals, property cleanouts. That's commercial and residential. Give Zach and them a call at 743-9079 or 224-8593. Again, I'm going to share this. Hopefully it will come on the stage. Yep, there it is. Okay, so this guy asked ChatGPT, if you were the devil, what would you do? And this answer is so spot on. It's nuts. Okay? So I'm going to play this and step out.
Ask ChatGPT, if you were the devil, and maybe you are, if you were the devil, what would you do? And the answer that came back at me shook me in my shoes. I wouldn't waste my time trying to get you to worship me. No, I just convince you not to worship God at all. I'd tell you truth is relative. Your truth, my truth, until nobody knows which way is up. I'd whisper, as long as you're happy, it's right. I'd keep you busy, too busy for prayer, too busy for church, too busy for crew. I'll put that one in. Too busy to ask eternal questions. I'd fill your hands with a phone so you'd never have time to fold them in prayer. I'd break families, get fathers absent, marriages bitter, and kids confused. If I can fracture the home, I can fracture the future. I divide the church, petty arguments, comparison, offense, celebrity culture. If I can get Christians fighting each other, they'll never fight me. I'd desensitize you. I'd glamorize sin in movies, normalize it in music, laugh at it in comedy, and celebrate it in culture until what once shocked you now entertains you. I'd attack your identity. I'd make you question who you are, where you belong, and whether you matter. I'd whisper shame so loud you can't hear God's voice of love. And through it all, I wouldn't even try to prove I exist. My greatest trick is to convince you I'm not real. Because if you don't believe I'm real, you'll never resist.
Not going to hear me. So this guy, guys, you see from Instagram, his name is Rick Wilkerson Jr. And his name may sound familiar to you guys because he is a J. Crew model. That's why he put, crew in that thing as a joke. But he asked ChatGPT that. And that is the answer that ChatGPT came up with. Now, I am not a rocket scientist by any means, but wow. That answer was so spot on with what is going on in today's society, in today's world. And if you're out there listening, thinking that you are struggling in something or you feel lost, put your phone down and go to a quiet spot and pray. Because I know for a fact right now that we're seeing a lot of positive movement. People are going to Jesus. People are, ever since the Charlie Kirk assassination, there has been so many people that have been transformed and is going towards the light. Me and Melody use that all the time, shining the light on darkness, because, there's a lot of amazing programs here in Warren County that don't see the light of day, and they need to. But I'm telling you guys, if that doesn't hit home with you, I don't know what will. Now, do I say our cell phones are our lifeline? Yes, they are. But you know who controls that lifeline? You do, not your cell phone. There are times that I will not answer my phone. There are times I will put my phone on silent. There is times that I just, I have to separate myself from the social media life and be present in my family's life, in my church life, in my work life. You have to figure out those things. But if your phone or something ever, consumes you, whatever the case may be, don't think of it as a problem. Think of, how can I fix this?
Well, I mean, this goes back to whenever I go on my trips, Kelly. And, I actually canceled the one for October, but again, that's because there was a voice in my head, which I do believe when you hear that voice in your head, that's God. But something kept telling me I did not need to be on this trip. So I finally just canceled because I'm not arguing with that voice anymore.
Yeah.
But why I typically take these trips, what started me taking these trips, is because when I'm in the car and I'm out in nature, I don't have a phone. It could be, I turn that thing off. It goes on to do not disturb. My family can get through. That's it. You know? And it quiets. I was just talking to the youth group kids about this too. It quiets all the noise around me. And when that happens, I can hear God better. Because we do have so much noise in our life. And it was crazy because what started the conversation is one of the youth group kids saying that he now likes to go for walks in the evening after, going to school, and it's a hard day at school. And he likes to go for walks. Same thing. If you leave your phone at home, or maybe don't leave your phone at home, it's a dangerous world we live in, but put it on silent and keep it with you. And just take walks where there's there's no noise, there's no TV, there's no other people. Then you get to hear God's voice better. And I think that's so important because there is so much noise.
And, going on that, there is so much noise in general. We don't have to, if you're out there and whether you believe in God or not, use that word that she's saying and use the word I'm going to repeat over. There's so much noise that goes on, whether it's food noise, drama noise, personal noise, work noise, mom noise, wife noise. You think of all the things that go on in your life, and it's a constant battle that you play with yourself. Okay, how am I going to make this work? I got all this going, and I just want it to just all level off. And not saying I don't want to do these things, but you just got to figure out what's going to balance you out. And if that is turning off your phone and going and, do a quiet walk for you to one-on-one, because that is the one thing when, and if you haven't watched a lot of Charlie Kirk's videos, one of the things he tells a lot of the college kids, and I'm not going to say this verbatim, I'm just going to say how I take it, okay? He said something in the lines of, when things are quiet, that's when anybody, whether it's good or bad, can take over the conversation. So if you want more good in this world, you have constantly got to be pushing that out over and over. This isn't just to do it with churches. This is just being a human in general, being kind, being nice. You have got to overdo it all the time, because if you stop for a split second, that person that passes you that you decided not to smile at, for example, might have had a really bad day, and that smile could have changed their day, changed their whole mood.
See, it's kind of crazy you're saying all this, Kelly, because this is exactly what we were talking about in youth group.
Oh, so
because this was all part of that same conversation. And one of the kids talked about noticing patterns and seeing a friend in the hallway who isn't acting like they normally do. And I said, well, if that's the case, something that a pastor told me years and years ago, and it's always stuck with me, is that if somebody's on your mind a lot, call and check on them, because God's 100%. Put them on your mind for a reason.
Yes, I do the same thing. thing. And, even if you haven't talked to that person in years, and, call them, see what they may need something. I want to say real quickly, good morning to Shirley Hyder. Shout out to Miss Tina from Our Coffee again. She said every day, all day, 100%. Speaking of coffee, before I forget, our good friends, Kevel Sheath and them at the Tree City Cafe Well and Inn is having a grand opening ceremony on October the 10th. And I think it starts at 1 or 2 o'clock, I believe. I don't have the details right in front of me. We'll get closer to time. We'll say it to you guys. But they're having a grand opening event. On top of that, make sure you check out their autumn beverages. They have a lot of fall drinks that they're distributing right now. So make sure you check them out and more. But the other reason I have Melody with me today, not just for filler, because I love her. Me and her, I talked to you guys earlier about me and her attended the Tree City Marching Band Festival. And
I want to emphasize festival. It's not a competition.
Yeah. Correct.
There's no clear winner. What they do is it was 10 bands this year, and they get judges' scores so they know where to improve and how to get better.
Yeah. And they did, again.
Not necessarily a competition.
And I want to say, I'm going to have to go back to that picture now that you sent me, unless you remember which band it was. I really want to do a shout out to the school. It was their first year.
Oh, that was Monterey.
Monterey, okay. Monterey had less than 11 people.
And one color guard member.
One color guard
owned that field. She blew me away.
Yes.
Were we being the only one on there? Were they perfect? No. But they were great for being their first year, for being so small.
Yes. It was just
amazing. I was very impressed and very proud of them because I'm sorry. It is Pride of the Mountain. I love that name.
Yeah, Pride of the Mountain.
Monterey High School. That had to be intimidating. You know, it's your first year. You're a small group, and they just went out there and they did their thing. And I thought they did a great job. I really did.
I do too. I mean, each band had their own element, which I absolutely loved. No, it wasn't all the same all the way through, to costumes, to technical difficulties, to the themes, guys. And I want to do a shout out to the Cookeville High School. There had like a DJ, fire.
Theirs was more of a college band than a high school band.
That's right.
Theirs relied more on...
Like this would be a halftime show you would see at the NFL at a high school setting.
Yeah. Theirs was more based on recorded music than the band's playing of music.
Yeah. But it still was on fire. I was like,
literally,
dang.
The pyrotechnics, they had their own cheerleaders, which I found out that the Warren County band used to have that. That's what the Pioneerettes started out as.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then they went and did their own thing. But no, but yeah, they had their own cheerleaders. They had all of these. Here's the other thing, and I did not notice it until I watched it later. Their color guard did not move around much. They pretty much stayed still. And I do like it when the color guard moves around and shows that they can twirl and spin and throw while they are moving.
Yeah.
This band was 170.
They were the biggest band. Yeah, it was over 170. Yes. Yeah.
And they were really good, and the showmanship was on point.
Yeah.
But honestly, they didn't play enough actual music with the instruments. They seemed like a good band. They seemed like they knew they were doing well. But it was really hard to tell because there was so much music.
And I asked Mr. Hargis. He was up there helping me out in the PA booth. And I said, because we just, right before the Cookeville band went on, guys, the White County band went on, which again, they are also phenomenal. They are on point. They are they are meeting their lines. They are meeting all these requirements to me. And because when I go and see a high school marching band or even a college marching band, I want the instruments and the color guard to really showcase what they got. I'm not against using, a DJ or anything like that. But I feel like once you use a DJ, it does take away some of the nostalgia or the real reason. I don't know, but that's just me. But
and I agree. That's where I kind of was. And I'm not saying they were bad. And I'm not saying anything against the Cookeville.
Yeah.
They were probably one of my favorites. But there is a difference between high school marching bands and college marching bands. And they were more along the lines of a college marching band than a high school band.
100%. But like I said, I asked Mr. Hargis, and he said that is allowed. That's part of the band. Anything musical can be on there. And I was like, oh, okay. I just think next time they might want to turn down the music and then just turn it up when the person does their vocals, maybe. Or get somebody from choir to sing, the parts of the song. I think that'd be kind of neat, right?
Yes.
Something like that. But no, Melody was down there in the bullpit. seeing all these bands as she loves doing. I loved her T-shirt. I know Mr. Farnham, he was like, man, because I told him, I was like, listen, I think you got something cooking. You need Farnham merch, okay?
Because really did. Well, and I told them, because Mr. Hargis was such a vital part, and the kids were just brokenhearted when they found out that they weren't he wasn't going to be rehired. So we were talking about next making a Hargis one and saying, give us our Hargis back.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, because they were bummed. But anyway, with 120 kids, I mean, really, it would be nice if Farnham had an assistant director. I'm just going to put that out there. But no, and I'm going to tell you this. Being down on the ground, I got to see things that Kelly probably didn't get to see. And I'm going to tell you, the biggest thing I saw was, and that's why I emphasize that this wasn't a competition. All of these band kids were getting along. They were congratulating each other. They were finishing their set, going and sitting in the stands, cheering on the next band, going and sitting in the stands before their set and cheering on the next band. Hugging each other afterwards. It was such a community, and there was so much love, and it was an awesome thing to watch. I mean, even during the dance break, I was showing David some of the bands last night, and we were fast forwarding through stuff. He goes, "Wait, stop!" And I stopped, and it was during the dance break. He goes, "Are they playing Duck Duck Goose on the field?" I'm like, "Yes, they are."
Yes, they did. They played Duck Duck Goose. They did the conga line. They did. I played a K-pop song called Soda Pop that I found out after the fact was not it was an AI done song completely from music to words. And they went nuts over that. So
it was nice just to be able to cut loose and enjoy themselves. But I brought those two fans down out of our house that are like shot fans, the big round circular fans, because I had them in the trailer and I didn't have them hooked up until I started watching what these kids. It was hot, y'all. It was hot on Saturday. And when you are surrounded by that much concrete, it makes it even hotter. I was miserable. And I knew these kids are going out there in these long sleeve, heavy outfits that you would typically see in like January or February. They're marching, and then they're coming off the field, and they're red-faced, and there's just sweat pouring them off of them. So I did hook those two fans up, and while they were waiting for the judges to come and talk to them, they were all hanging on the fan and trying to get cooled off the best they could with that, the water stations. And so I was glad I had that, because they were all so grateful that I did bring those. They were all, thank you so much. But, I mean, I can't even imagine having to march in that weather.
Oh yeah, and the costumes they wear, some are like straight cotton suits that are thick, and some are weather worthy, and some are not. And it just and I mean, I was lucky enough in the PA booth, the press box upstairs, but I had a fan. But it wasn't in the boxes themselves because of the windows were hot. But if you were in the back part of the room, you could stay cool. You could stay cool. But anything else that went on that you were a part of over the weekend, Mel?
Just the Reagan Day dinner on Friday night.
How was it?
It was really good. A lot of great speakers. Scott Desjardins did grace us with his presence, which was nice.
I heard that he did show up and he talked and then he left. He didn't even stay for food. Is that correct?
Well, that explains why I could not find him afterwards. Probably. Knowing him, probably.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was glad that he came. Marsha Blackburn did not show up again.
Okay. Not even her people?
This was a new person. She pulled up some lady that was like, that used to vote during I don't know, she called herself something to do with Reagan. I cannot remember. But it was somebody new that she sent as a representative this time. But both candidates for governor for there. I will say the most moving moment of the night for me, and I did not know that he was coming, was hang on.
Dr. Omar Hamada?
Nope. Hang on.
The J6 guy?
Yes, I'm trying to think of his name though. Give me a sec. I'm looking it up.
Okay.
What is that? It? I can't remember, guys. I had this earlier and I've forgotten it. Ronald Maccabee. There it is.
Okay.
This guy was a sheriff's deputy in Williamson County.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to delete some stuff. Go ahead.
No. And he went up to the Capitol, up to Washington, D.C. On January 6th. And he was up there when all the melee broke out. He pulled when the crowd started to surge, he grabbed a police officer, pulled him out of the crowd to keep him from getting trampled. He grabbed another lady who had been beaten by a baton and had already been trampled, and he performed CPR on her, trying to save her. Managed to get home, had been home for a while. Then there's a knock on the door, and it's the FBI. Actually, he wasn't at home. He was at work. He was in the sheriff's department. And these FBI agents came up to the sheriff's department, pulled him out of the sheriff's department, put him over a car, and handcuffed him in front of everybody. And then drugged him up to Nashville, where they're like, what happened on January 6th? He told them the whole story. It was a whole thing. And so this guy ended up in jail. He was sentenced, I think, 6 years. I think he served 2. But in that 2 years, he had been transferred to like 17 different prisons before they finally settled him into one. And when he got into that one, they had all the people they arrested for January 6th in there together. And they are all still shell-shocked. What happened? They were all comparing notes. And, I've heard from other people in Warren County that were there that day. I think that there's just some miscommunication as to what exactly happened that day. Because when you go back, when I got home, I went back and I actually asked to talk to him afterwards. He and I got to a really good conversation. But the thing is that when you, and this is something people in town struggle with also, when you take somebody to court, you have to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that person actually committed that crime or did that wrong or whatever it is. If there is not enough evidence to support it, there is no point in taking them to trial because you're wasting taxpayers' money. Or if morally they've broken a law, but legally you can't prosecute them for that. There's no law saying that is illegal. Then there's no point in trying to prosecute them because that's just a waste of taxpayers' money. And so this is kind of what blew my mind, because when you go back through the court transcripts as to what he did, they were saying that he was actually in the Capitol, but there's no physical evidence to support that. There's no video proof of that. They were saying that he held an officer down while others beat on him. I mean, it's crazy how different the charges, I said court transcripts, guys, I meant the charges, how different the charges against him were to his own story.
Yeah.
And there's no physical evidence to support any of it. So how he got convicted of this crime is just mind-blowing to me.
And hearing, if you were not there and you wanted to hear it, I'm telling you guys, it's always better to hear it from the horse's mouth. People that were involved in that. And then when you get all the information together, then it's time, this sounds right. You just got to figure out, what do you think, who's telling you the truth? And this gentleman,
what makes more sense?
Yeah. And I'm assuming you being there, unfortunately I was not, my babysitter backed out on me. I'm assuming when you heard this from his mouth, you were just in shock and awe and disbelief to some point, I cannot believe this happened to him.
Right. And that's kind of where I was, because as an American, you're raised to believe certain things about our government and, about the truth will prevail and good versus evil. And then here lately, I keep hearing all these stories where it's made me really question Where's the honesty? Where's the integrity? And I'm not, and guys, don't be going in the comments and getting mad at me. I don't know what was factual, but what he was telling me is lined up more with what I've heard from other people that I've spoken to, other people that did not know each other. This is multiple people I've spoken to that don't know each other, and their stories all lined up. And his story more lined up with what those people told me than what the court, what the law,
what the media
FBI
put out.
Yes.
Because we also found out I found out last month, which, again, this is going to be a part of my speech coming up for that Gather and Grow, that there has been in years past where government tried to do, it was called the big tech shutdown, meaning that there was some manipulation in past government programs to not talk about certain things or to push other agendas to get the word
Very
across,
much so.
And so if you don't think that happens, listen, it's not just federal, it's local too. It happens. Money at the end, and I didn't mean to go into this, but money talks. And it's sad. And it's so sad. You can put somebody's personality, talent, and experience in a jar, but sometimes it's not even going to amount to that person's wallet. Like, how big's your wallet? And that is the sad reality that we are in today's society. Like, going back to Toby Maguire, show me the money. Show me the money. And Jerry Maguire. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
Spider-Man.
Right. I mean, there are some people. I mean, and sometimes the money doesn't even matter. Sometimes it's who you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's people. I mean, there's a whole big witch hunt. Going after somebody. And it's all being led by somebody who knows more people than the person they're going after.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I will tell you that this guy also told me, and I've not had time, but David knew about it. David kind of summed it up for me. David had already looked it up, but I don't want to look it up myself. But it's called Operation Mockingbird.
Okay.
And it's about the news media, and it's this whole thing with the news media, but it's called Operation Mockingbird. And he said that it will just blow your mind. And it did when David was talking to me about it. So that's why I kind of want to look into it more about how, like, news medias are all saying the same thing verbatim. Yes. And, but I mean, I've said that what opened my eyes to it was Columbine. There's so much misinformation out there about Columbine because the media fed us a narrative before the investigation was complete that to this day, all these years later, people believe that narrative because that's what was first told to us.
And it's hard to get it out, even to me.
It is, and it's such false information, and it was stuff they made up to sell papers. It was stuff that they got from people wanting their 5 minutes of fame. It was stuff that they got from unreliable witnesses, because when you go through a trauma like that, your brain goes into protective mode and you don't remember things accurately.
Yeah.
And but when I read the actual report from Columbine, there was so much misinformation, and it just it just was crazy. I mean, and that's when I started really questioning what all is that media actually telling us that is fact and what's not. And that's why when Kelly started talking to me about Warren First, I told her, I said, my only thing is that whatever we report on, it has to be fact. If we cannot prove it, if we do not have the proof, then we either need to say we have heard but are still looking into, or we don't report on it at all. And that is why, guys, you will either see that there's a delay in us reporting versus other news outlets, or we will say we can't confirm, but we have heard, we're looking into it because we know it's a breaking news thing and everybody's wanting to know what's going on.
And with that said,
go ahead. Confirming.
Yeah. And, we get people that message me all the time saying, hey, there's a wreck here, there's an incident there, there's, all these things. And then I text out a message to the proper authorities that I communicate with. And if I hear from them, great. If I don't, then I don't say nothing at all about it, because I'm not going to say anything until I gather all my information. And if they don't get back with me, and it's not that they, can't get back with me. It's just, sometimes we get busy and overwhelmed and I get forgot about, and that's okay, because I forget about people too sometimes because I'm so busy. But that's why we don't talk about some things on here, because I didn't get all the information I needed, or I never heard of it.
Right. And that's also why, guys, that we will not, if there's been an accident or something like that, we don't show the cars involved in the accident. Because one, the families may not have been notified. Yeah. And two, once the families are notified, they don't want to see where their loved ones lost their life.
Yeah, and if I do show a video and or a picture, I'm showing you the backed up traffic in the area to try to avoid, is what I do.
Because,
and
I mean, if I lost my loved one tragically like that, I wouldn't want to see the vehicle where they took their last moments. I just, that's going to bring up bad memories. That's going to, sometimes you get PTSD from stuff like that. Or even if the person survived, again, PTSD, they're not going to want to see what their car looked like a lot of the time. So it's just a matter of respect. Yeah. You can report the news and still be respectful, Yeah. And if by some chance we miss it and we find out later, we've got proof that maybe we did say something wrong, we're going to correct the problem. Yeah. And that was a big thing with me, because, I mean, even our local paper has done that on multiple occasions. They posted a story without fact checking. This is actually how I got involved in everything in this community. But multiple years ago, many years ago, they posted a story without fact checking that ended up putting McMinnville on the map in a very, very bad way. It put a blemish on this town, and it put a lot of children's lives in danger. And that was not okay. And when I went to the paper with the facts of actually what happened, they refused to correct the story. And that's not okay. If you make a mistake, we're humans, we make mistakes. That's how we learn. It's better to correct that.
Yeah.
And say, oops, my bad. I made a mistake. Here's what happened.
Yeah.
And apologize. Apologize doesn't make you less of a person. It makes you a better person.
And if we have ever gotten anything wrong, I have always been very apologetic, as well as I've spoke to the person itself that I made the mistake on. I always call the horse first, and then I correct it on the air, because it's not going to be my first mistake or last mistake. But again, Melody, before I let you go and we do our prayer, one last thing, guys, I do want to get out there. We kind of showed it this morning. Me and Miss Krim are working on a holiday event calendar for October, November, December, and January. And we are going to be able to share it as a PDF form, free. I'm not going to charge anybody if you want it. Several ways you can do that. I am going to do a Facebook post asking if anybody's got an event. They can post their flyer. They can also text me at 931-369-3050 with the date, the event title, location, and the time. Because that is the only thing I'm going to put on the calendar, is those 4 things. Because when me and Melody were starting to work on this on Friday, I think Thursday or Friday, there are so many things going on in Warren County between now and the end of January. And that, again, we want to make sure we get every little thing we can in there. We have on the calendar right now, we have park theater dates. We have take back drug prevention days on there. We have, we even have the More Than Imagine, the Harvest of Hope for the Pregnancy Care Center on there. We have trunk or treats on there. We have church functions, like somebody asked if we could put their pastor and something like appreciation lunch day. Anything that we can get between October and January is going to be on this calendar, because the holidays are hectic And we want to make sure that you are aware. And maybe too, me and Melody say this all the time, by us putting this calendar out in this PDF form, you can see the other events going on in town, to maybe if you want to change your date, you can.
Yeah.
Because there's some dates on there that have 4 or 5 things going on. Crazy. And and these are like nonprofit events. These are, well, I hate calling it nonprofit. It's all profitable events, but it's different types of organizations, whether it's a nonprofit or a private business. Everybody's got something going on. And if there's also too, me and Melody have said in the past, if there's a way that you guys can work together and maybe combine your events together. This is just a way. I always say work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
So, but several ways you can do that. Again, to be a part of this calendar, which I'll share it once again on the screen for you guys, for everybody that's just now maybe tuning in with us. Right here. Boom. Okay, so there is the calendar for some of the dates we got for October. As you can see, again, if you just tuned in with us, that there's a little bit of color coding going on. That is because if you want to know where they're located at, whether it's McMinnville, Morrison, downtown McMinnville, Irving College, Centertown, things like that nature, they're going to be color coded. But that's not set in stone. It's not permanent until we get done. But we will be releasing this calendar PDF form on Thursday's show. Thursday will be October the 2nd, but yes. I'm going to release it on October the 1st, that Wednesday. Right? That's Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not correct.
Yeah. So October the 1st, is a Wednesday. So I'm going to be releasing this calendar that you can share with your friends, family, whatever. But also, too, if you have a date that you want on there, you can call or text me at the number that's provided below to let us know, whether it's a flyer or you give me some verbiage. But is there anything else, Melody, before we do a prayer and leave for the rest of the day?
Nope, I think that was it.
Okay, and I see that everybody has turned in what they need. So as of right now, I got unspoken, health, travel, local and federal leaders, churches, and lost people. And I did see this morning that on the news that there's been some church attacks, which is just so sad, so sad. So that's why I think we're putting that on there this morning, because nobody should be condemned for practicing their faith, so, whatever that may be. Okay. As I always say, you do you, boo, because I love you for you being you. But don't condemn me for my beliefs, and I won't condemn you for yours. Okay? All right. If you would bow your head, and we're going to go into a word of prayer right quick. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day that you've given us. Please be with everybody this morning as they're waking up and getting ready for work, and just hopefully they bless them with a great work week, God. Please be with all the unspoken prayers. Be with everybody that has health concerns, God. Be with everybody that is traveling to and from work or to and from home, or whatever the travel case may be. Please be with our local and federal leaders, God, as with the elections coming up next year, there's going to be a lot of big moves between now and then. And we just want to make sure that the right people are in the right seat for the right reasons. And so continue to pray for our local and federal and state leaders. Please be with all the church organizations, as it just seems like right now we're in a spiritual battle, God, with what's going on in the world. And it's just so sad to see a church on fire and to see people get shot or people get hurt in some form or fashion. And that's just not right. It's just not right. Please be with everybody out there, God, that is lost. Let them know that in the silence that they can hear your love, and that they know that they are not alone. Let them know that they have a place. They just have to sit down and take time to seek it, God. It's like that guy said about the Chat GPT thing, which again, is so crazy. But if the devil wanted people to worship him so much, wouldn't he be out like you are in the front lines, getting the ridicule, all that stuff. I just feel like people need to start opening up their eyes and, know where to go, find their team, find their person to just make a change in their life. And if, they need if people out there that are praying with me right now know that there's somebody lost, just be thinking about them right now and all the things that you can do for them and encourage them. Don't pressure them, but encourage them to do what they think is best for their life at this time. Please be with Warren First 931 as we finish the rest of the week. Please be with me as I'm still healing from my hopefully I'm on the tail end of the food poisoning bug. I just don't feel like I'm 100% up to par today. So please be with me today as I'm trying to get some other things done, God. But in your name, amen. Guys, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your life. And if you do not have a daily devotional of something, I've signed up on this thing called #Bible because, again, this is my, unfortunately, this is our lifeline. We walk around with this all the time. And I had two things pop up today. One being from Matthew 5:6. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. It just went away because it takes a minute. Blessed are those who are hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. If you truly, truly seek the truth, you will be filled, and that noise will be muted, and you will figure out the pros from the cons. I promise you that. And the other one that popped up with me this morning, it says, blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. So again, and it comes with this cute little, there's like pictures, and it even has like this amazing music that plays. I don't know if you can hear it, but there you go. So, and then you can click on this little cross and you can do your little devotional. It gives you little options. But again, you need to find your time. You need to find time to find your Zen moment. And, clear your mind, clear your head of everything, and just do what is right. Okay? But I really, truly love each and every one of you guys. Take care. God bless. And remember, Warren County, keep it